Hello and welcome back to Holdinsburg. That's right, City Skylines. The game's not called Holdinsburg. If the game was called Holdinsburg, I don't know if that would be a good thing, actually. I would be questionable about it. Anyway, last time we continued to expand the city, we moved the industrial district from over here all the way over to here so that it doesn't pollute everything and make it disgusting. We also have a coal power plant. Because sometimes you need a coal power plant. That dirty, power-hungry brick of a power plant. Okay. So, we need to expand the city. And probably need to start thinking about naming these districts. That would be nice. Wouldn't you love that? I'm sure you'd love that. If you don't love that, then just, I don't know, go burn in a pit somewhere. If you can't find a burning pit, that's fine. You can just use a normal pit. Doesn't really matter. Anyway, so we are going to put some commercial in here while we consider naming. So Holdinsburg, of course, is built on the premise that everyone can read whatever comic they want. So perhaps I know what we should call it. Because you see, the big contention is between the two large comic book manufacturers of the world. That being Marvel and DC, which I'm pretty sure are the biggest comic book manufacturers of the world. I don't actually know if that's true or if I'm just saying terrible lies. Might be terrible lies. But we shall call this place Darvel. Darvel Square. And you'd say, what does Darvel have anything to do with comics? Well, it's a mix of DC and Marvel. You see, you got the D from DC and you got the Arvel from Marvel. Which sounds like some sort of terrible catchphrase that... Oh god, it's bad. Okay, yeah. So, that's done. We now have Darvel Square, which is apparently a square. I don't know. It seemed like a good idea at the time, okay? Sometimes you just gotta go with it. And this shall, of course, be called... Come on. Amity Hills. I've selected it all. It shall be called... Paper Mills, United, Limited, Rulers of all time. Oh, rulers of. That's good enough. Paper Mill United Limited Rulers of. That's good, right? You're fine with that? I'm fine with that. That's where they create the comics. Okay, what do we got here? We have for ourselves some small commercial areas that need some water. It's perfectly fine. Let's speed up the time. Now, what do you want about sewage? Shut up about sewage. You don't need any sewage. Look at you. Think about yourself. You don't need any sewage. You're just asking for things you don't need. Okay. Can't believe those people. Okay, so we need to build some of these dudes, probably, to try to expand our clean energy initiative. So we shall build this here. This seems to be the best tiny little area to build these things. It gives out the greatest yield of all of the areas in the rivers that I can see so far. So we've just added a good 22 megawatts into our system, bringing the grand total up to 9.7 gigawatts. Okay. Do we have dead people? A dead person is waiting for transport. Dead people wait for no one! Mostly because they're dead. It's kind of hard to wait when you're dead. I don't know if you ever checked to see if that was the case, but it is the case. There we go. Also, there's a dead person waiting for transport at a pharmacy. Of all places. The irony, people! The irony. Cyanide Pharmacy. Cyanide isn't spelled with an I. What am I on about? Cyanide. There we go. Cyanide Pharmacy. Literally every pill in the pharmacy is a cyanide tablet. It's not good. It's really not good for anyone. But I've allowed it because it's a hilarious idea. And, you know, sometimes you have to go with what people will enjoy as opposed to what is best for them, so that you can just watch people walk out of the pharmacy and just, like, fall over dead because they just had, like, they were like, oh, I've got diabetes, and it's about time I took a little insulin tablet. Do they even have insulin tablets? I don't know. They're selling insulin tablets anyway, and they pop it, and they're just like, oh, Lord, tastes like cyanide. Ha, ha, ha. You got me there, they say as they foam at the mouth and fall, dying in a seizure on the street right out here. Of course, nobody notices because they're all walking around being like, mate, look at my comic book. Best comic book ever. So nice. They're just reading their comics. They don't notice the guy having a seizure outside the pharmacy store. Of course, everyone in the pharmacy is just laughing at them because it's kind of what they do for fun. They're terrible people, those pharmacists. I don't even know. Well, I guess I do know, but that's beside the point. Okay. We need to expand our industrial sector, and I was thinking, why not make it look slightly clever? The answer may be that it's a terribly inefficient thing to do, and it's probably going to create traffic problems farther down the line, and really you should think about the fact that, oh, I don't know, you need to plan for the future. To which I say, me? Planning for the future? What are you on about? That doesn't make any sense, mate. Look, I'm gonna build it as this stupid little semicircle thing, and it's gonna be fine. Boom. Connect that up there. Throw down some industry. So much industry, nobody even knows. There we go. Okay. We now have a bunch more industry. Actually, thinking about this situation, that's probably going to send our power into a terrible downward spiral, because that's a lot of industry buildings. How's our power consumption? Oh, it's actually pretty good. It's fine. We don't need to be worried. The Paper Mill United Limited rulers of will be perfectly fine. Man, look at Darvel Square. Despite being a bunch of just like squares, just like little grid shapes, it's actually pretty nice. I'm liking it. I'm liking it. But you know who's not liking it? Everyone in there who uses a tablet. They are currently flipping out because that is... I mean, Darvel Square is not nice to tablets. Because, of course, this city was built on the basis of using paper books to read the comic books. And if you were to use a tablet, they would destroy the tablet and give it to the squirrels out here. So, of course, there's only one thing that can occur in a situation like that. Especially since it's one of my cities, and we all know how my cities go. We are going to have to build... There is going to be a whole new movement within Darvel. Darvel is splitting off into a whole new little district down yonder. We need to divide it with a 4-lane road, because if we don't divide it with a 4-lane road, there's likely to be significant riots, and that would be very bad. We don't want any riots, people. We've learned in Vinralandia what happens when riots occur. Buses get out of order. All of a sudden, everyone's just like, what's going on? And then your baby falls out of the carriage. The baby, of course, being a well-trained ninja is perfectly fine. But it's really embarrassing for you. And I don't think anyone wants that kind of embarrassment. So we're going to try our best to not cause terrible riots. Okay. There we go. That is the basic connector between Darvel Square and what will be the new section. So let's build for ourselves that intersection. We will have this street coming over here, and then this going into the Technonauts Mansion of Solitude, which is not actually the name of the district because it's not actually a mansion, but it is the Technonauts Conclave of Supremacy. That's right. Technonauts Conclave of Supremacy, best place in the world. Tons of residential going right in here. They have openly revolted against the idea that tablets are a bad thing to have and that they shouldn't exist. The Technonauts Oh, I really need to write this name down. It's so complicated. Let's see. The Technonauts Council of Supremacy. Oh, how does that fit? That doesn't even make... How does it fit? Tell me how that fits and Paper Mill United Limited Rulers of didn't fit. Come on, mate. Jeez, what's that on about? I don't even know. The other one was an amazing name. All that paper references, it was crazy. Well, apparently, the Technonaut Council of Supremacy does fit. And apparently that's also not connecting the town to power, which is pretty bad for the Technonaut Council of Supremacy, who is totally based upon the grounds of having electronics. Cool, so that's a Technonaut Council of Supremacy, who is all about reading comics via tablets. You'd say, oh, this doesn't sound like a thing that should be a serious point of contention for literally anyone. I mean, that's ridiculous, doesn't make any sense. But then again, you think about it and these people don't really make much sense at all. I mean, they founded a city based on reading comics. It's crazy. It's insane. So, not only do the Technonauts need, of course, their nice houses, they also need their commercial districts, because if they don't have commercial districts, they won't have any place to purchase their very nice electronic tablets, because they're definitely not sold in Darvel Square. They're probably not being made in Paper Mills United Limited Rulers of, but, you know, they could be. I mean, these guys technically are not under the jurisdiction of Darvel Square, so it's a potential that that could be occurring. Who knows? Nobody knows. You're saying I should know? Probably, but that doesn't mean that I do. You're assuming some level of competence. That's ridiculous. Okay, there we go. Putting a 4-lane down there. And we shall connect. We'll link a road right here directly to the 4-lane. From here, we're going to build a small commercial area out of curved roads, so it's not so blocky. I mean, I'm all one for a block city, you know, just tons of blocks everywhere. But at the same time, sometimes it's nice to have graceful curves for people to do like a power slide around and then realize halfway through that they did a really bad power slide. So they are currently completely out of control and it's actually going terribly downhill. And of course, the shop just around the corner then gets plowed into by a car trying to drift its way around this massive, stupidly massive curve that you obviously can't drift around. That's way too big. What are you on about? But they're doing it anyway. Oh, they're so bad. Oh, looks like we got brownouts. How are the brownouts? Oh, they're bad. It's bad brownouts. So bad! We need to fix it, I think. Okay. We are placing some wind turbines here. They're highly inefficient wind turbines. It's actually disgusting if you think about it, just how inefficient those wind turbines are. I'm actually throwing up a bit in my mouth right now. Just, oh, it's so bad. Oh, God. Why have I done it? Oh, look. We got brownouts again. Oh, that's because this is no longer connected to power. We should probably fix that. I mean, it's kind of the job of a mayor. I mean, why don't they just, since they are Technonauts, it seems like they could just create their own power with their amazing powers of technology. And that would be an ideal situation to just complaining to the mayor. But you know, it's their prerogative. They can complain to the mayor if they want. I still have control over the National Guard of Holdinsburg, and I'll probably burn their houses down. But, I mean, if they feel that it was worth it, good for them. Cheerio, mates. Good for you. There we go. Okay, we've got more housing in the Technonauts Council of Supremacy. It's actually getting pretty big really quickly. Darvel Square and the Technonauts Council of Supremacy are nearly the same size. Ooh. Ooh. Today we've reached the size of busy town with 4,200 people. What do we have? Level 4 unique buildings, leisure and tourism unique buildings. Ooh, that's new in After Dark, so we'll have to check it out. Tourism specialization, bike ban on sidewalks. That sounds amazing. Heavy traffic ban, tons of roads. Oh, look at all this stuff. Oh, look at all this stuff. Okay, we've got boring stuff. Oil power plant, fire station, hospital, police headquarters. We got a bus station. We got jet ski rental, fishing pier, fishing tours, marina, riding stable, skate park, beach volleyball court, restaurant pier. What? What even? That's ridiculous. That's amazing. I love those things. And what unique buildings do we get? Luxury hotel, casino, zoo, driving range. Stupid. Fantastic fountain. Oh, nice. Solid. We just got a bunch of stuff. Let's look at it. Where is it? Oh, look at all of this stuff. What can we put into our city right now? A skate park? That makes perfect sense. I mean, people who read comics, I think, tend to like skateboards? Maybe? Probably? That's just a wide generalization, just in case you're wondering. It's not actually, like, backed up by anything. I'm literally making it up just, you know, for the fun of it. Because because I do that. Anyway, that's probably a thing. So they're going to have a nice time chilling out in the skate park over here, skating it up like nobody's business. Look, it's like a Tony Hawk's pro skate park. Beyond their understanding, of course, Tony Hawk is no longer cool and nobody knows who he is. But it's still that kind of skate park. There's tons of graffiti on it. Oh, Lord, Holdinsburg, get it together and get rid of that graffiti! Okay. At this point, in the name of efficiency, I state that we need to expand into a new sector. And we shall expand into this one because I love the shape of this little thing. Look at that. It's so nice. Okay, we're building right into here. We're going to purchase it for $5,500. And you would ask, what do you mean by efficiency? Why is that necessary? Because I'm pretty sure the power output over here is so much more. See, that's 20 megawatts of power output. That is crazy! So much more than these guys. Move them out to here. And we'll put these guys out into this bay where they're making 20 megawatts as opposed to their pathetic, like, around 8. Ugh. 8 megawatts? Who's going to use 8 megawatts? That's not enough for anything. I mean, ever since the Technonaut Council of Supremacy showed up, the power usage has been expanding 27.5-fold. They actually measured it because they're crazy like that. There we go. That's a ton of wind turbines. One might say too many wind turbines? I would say it's probably too many wind turbines. At least for the current point in time. Later on, they'll definitely be useful. But for now, it's just so many wind turbines with so little use. There we go. What's our power? Oh! 93 megawatts consumed. And 202 produced! Over double the amount that we need. That's crazy. That's absolutely insane. I don't even understand. Okay, what do we need? Everyone is screaming for commercial. Does one think that it's probably about time that we build, perhaps, a commercial sector? I don't think it is, because I think we need to fix this first. So we do have the small problem of having put a small roundabout in here, which is pretty serious, actually. Because it's going to cause huge traffic problems. It's already causing some huge traffic problems. So if we just take all this out, we can fix this as easy as 1, 2, 3. Just count to 1, 2, 3, close your eyes and wait for 7 minutes, and it'll be all fixed. Oh, the little dongles on these guys are terrible. Look at those dongles. They're just dongling out there. Why would you dongle? Those little stupid dongles. Okay. We're gonna have to cut the streets back even farther. cut into these streets, cut this up. There we go. Is that enough to fit the dongles in there? Oh yeah, the dongles fit in there. Oh yeah, look at that. The dongles fit, but we're taking the dongles out. Now, if you didn't know what the dongles were to begin with, you now understand what the dongles were. They were those things sticking out of the side that are so bad. Is that... Okay, that's a good... That's really not a good direction. Okay, what we're going to do here is instead of having just, you know, a normal road, we're going to have that. And we're going to have this come out and merge into there. See, isn't that nice? No, we're not going to do that. What we're going to do instead is have this come out and merge into there. That's nice. 2 separate roads for that. And then we can probably just connect this directly onto here. At least for now. In the future, we'll probably have to switch this up. Make it a bit more streamlined. Because it's not streamlined. It's actually really bad right now. But until... Oh, that's not what I wanted. But for now, this will work. It'll be fine. That should increase traffic flow a bit. So long as we actually connect this to the highway. Because if we don't connect it to the highway, it's not going to increase traffic flow at all. There we go. Nice. And we need to reconnect the power lines, or else the entire city is going to go black, and that's not good. There we go. Not to say that there's anything wrong with black, not to... Oh, sketchy comments. That could be misconstrued in terrible ways. Ooh, ooh, media, please come and misconstrue my statements. I dare you. No, nobody actually cares, so they're not going to. I can say whatever I want to. I could say the flaming squirrels are attacking our house right now, and you'd say that's actually not that controversial, to which I'd say, you're right, but it is true. You need to protect your homestead, get a shotgun, shoot them. They actually blow up really nicely, so it's nice. But with that terribly gruesome image, we come to the end of this episode. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this, like and subscribe. Next time, we shall continue to expand Holdinsburg. We have this whole new island to build upon. We have the Technonauts Council of Supremacy to expand into this little area. And, you know, things are going to continue as things continue, which is constant upward progress like nobody's business. But until then, thanks for watching and enjoy the rest of your day.